Well, guess who's got more blasters to work on? Yours truly. And unfortunately for this video, it's going to be a bit of a sad video, I guess. Depends on who you are. But some of the blasters that are actually in this video are going to be dismantled. Either because don't need them or want them anymore, harvesting for hardware, for springs and such, or just they're broke. So, but there are going to be some mods in this video, don't you worry. But yeah, just I guess little heads up in case you're like, why are you taking apart that? Well, you'll find out in the video. But yeah, if you saw the thumbnail, we got a bit of an interesting lineup today. And most of it is going to be pretty quick, so a lot of time lapse and a lot of music. Also, I hope you guys enjoyed the music I put in the background. I try to make it something fun and interesting and just keep it lighthearted, nothing, you know. But I say we start and we have some fun with it. Alright, so I'm gonna basically do a collection of blasters first. Because first off, they're all small and they all will be dismantled. Well, all except one, I should say. I guess I'll go one by one showing you what's wrong. First things first, it's not supposed to be doing that. This broke. It's supposed to do this. So I'm actually going to do something a little funky. I'm going to take well, at least I'm going to try to figure out a way to. But I'm going to take the internals of one and put it in the other. That way, because the purple one that's broken, right? So I want to try to make the purple one still work and then just get rid of the red one. It'll all make sense once you see it. And then this is just something I got at Goodwill. Oh, just hold on. This zip tie that was on it, and the slide comes right off. So that's broke. That's just automatically garbage. And the funny thing is, even if I were to prime it, and I put a dart in the barrel, look at this. It's not even, like, worth using. Oh, and there's darts stuck inside of it too. Look at that. There are darts stuck inside of it. This is just going to be fun to open in general. And then these two got filled with sand at a party I did. And just like don't work. So funny enough, the purple ones still work. And actually, oh, the purple one's right there. Might bring that up here in a bit. But yeah, I'm going to dismantle the green ones and keep the purple ones. And if I can, I might try to make the purple ones all purple instead of half and half. So that's basically what we're going to be doing. Let's get right on to it. Hopefully that wasn't too long for you guys, but as you can see, I now have dual purple blitz fires, which is super sick. And only things I harvested from the green ones were the springs, the screws obviously, and the cylinders, because who knows, they could be used as a shotgun shells or something. The issue with this one was just somehow the plunger head came unscrewed from the plunger rod. So, yeah. These things look really sick to the point where I don't want to put these back in the regular event bin. These I will, but these, I gotta find something for me to run dual purple blitz fires, because that's just sick. And then tossed all the other pieces from all the other blasters and the green blitz fires. So yeah, that was pretty good. On to our next gutting of blaster. For our next guttings, as unfortunate as it is, I am gonna have to actually gut this Lancer, because at one of my previous events, somebody had pulled the priming handle too far back, and now the pieces right here, the little pivot points, are now like too wide to grip onto the part that does the priming action. Long story short, soft plastic on the priming handle is never the way to go. Well, yeah, you can see it's all cracked right there, and same thing on the other side, if you guys can see that. In any case, I'm gonna try to get the cylinder off, and I'm gonna get the spring out of here, and hopefully see how this thing works, because I'm really curious how it actually all functions. But yeah, that's for this thing. And then this double shot is also gonna get gutted. I honestly just got it because it had a shell inside of it. So, but I mean, $4 for 2 springs and a shell is not a bad deal. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and gut this thing. As fun as it would be to have a yellow one, I have 3 blue ones, and blue looks so much better. So, yep. Let's get to it. Just like that, 2 more blasters gone. All right, now on to actually working on stuff. While this isn't all the parts that are gonna be going into this thing, I at least want to get it started, because this, if you can't tell, is a Sonic Ice Retaliator that has seen better days. I'm actually gonna be turning this thing, once I get all the parts, into the primary for Antonio, my little brother, that he's going to be using a lot. He said he wanted to have it, you know, all spiffied up. It was one of his best friend's blasters, and he gave the blaster to me. And he was like, hey, can we make it look a lot better? And I'm like, sure. So, got a couple of cool parts. We got a transparent blue bolt sled, transparent blue plunger tube, transparent blue full-length breech, orange worker foregrip, the Out of Darts exclusive one, I think is what it is. A barrel and pump kit will be coming in, so it'll be looking all nice and spiffy. Alright, enough nonsense. Let's put this sucker partially together. And after all that shenanigan and tomfoolery, all the pieces are inside, and the only thing I don't have in there is a spring. If you couldn't tell, I was trying different springs in the blaster. Mostly just doing that as a proof of concept, just to make sure the system works and I did everything right. I mean, technically it does, but just all the springs I have aren't either long enough or strong enough to bring real results. But it works. That's the good thing. It does work. It's just I don't have anything yet that'll be strong enough for it. I do have a spring coming in, so that is going to be going right in here once we get all the goodies. But there are still, like I said, other pieces I'm waiting for. The barrel, obviously I have the pump grip, and then I need the actual priming connection. But yeah, it's going to be a sick build once it's done. So I have 2 blasters left, and these are both going to be mods, so that's going to be really cool. One, I guess, is technically a little bit modded, and then the other one I'm going to mod from stock. But yeah, enough talking. We are now going to mod the Twist Fury. We're working on this thing, but first we got to get them stock numbers. All right, we got some nitro shot darts loaded in. Let's see what we're getting. 70. Okay. 69. Nice. 70. It's rather consistent. 63. A little lower. 72. Ooh, hello. And one more shot. 73. Alright. Not terrible. But we can do better. So, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Ah, dang it, that would have been so cool if I caught it. And, of course, in classic Busby fashion, the hardware and everything, oh god. All the pieces for the, what am I saying? All the internals are on the wrong side of the blaster. They're on the side that the screws are. They're on the same side as the side the screws are on. So, that's fun. So what do we have here in our Twist Fury? Well, we got our catch, which is pretty standard. We got a real interesting dart lock, not dart lock, freaking trigger lock, which I'm not a fan of. I'm taking that out. When I tried using this at a party recently, one big thing I kept having a problem with was that I wouldn't push the handle far enough forward, and so it wouldn't let me pull the trigger. Oh, it's locked in at the bottom too, underneath the catch. Whoop. There's our big old plunger tube, which is absolutely fabulous. Just the whole design of this blaster is so cool. The whole bit of engineering that goes into actually making it work is so cool. It looks like we might actually be able to take out the AR, which is good because for whatever reason, this thing has such a good air seal by itself that it doesn't do the casual, AR. It kind of goes like it actually stops the spring from going forward like it would be as if you were holding it on the tip. I'm actually going to go head first into this thing and see what I can do, and I'll let y'all know what happens while we go through it. Alright, so what I am planning on doing now, so I found a spring that I want to replace it with. It's stronger considerably than the stock one. Not saying the stock one's bad, actually. The stock one's pretty impressive. But we're gonna add just a little extra power. But just to make sure that the blaster isn't splitting at the seams, I'm going to trim down this spring just a wee bit so it's the same length. There we go. Woo! So I cut off that little bit. That little bit's gonna get tossed. And also, if you couldn't tell, took out the AR. Super sick. Love how easy it was to actually remove. And now our spring is set. I'm gonna put it back in. And it catches and everything, but I don't want to test fire it until I actually have it all back together. Which we're gonna do now. All right. Got it back together. Take care of that. Woo. That prime is lovely. And now we fire. I'm kind of scared. Woohoo! 93. 100. 94. Yeah, this thing is absolutely cooking now. 89. Okay. It dropped in dirt. Just gonna shoot it downrange fast to see what it's looking like. Absolutely lovely. And the sound it makes too. Woo! Love it. Yeah, this wonderful blaster. Wonderful, wonderful blaster. And the fact that it's based off of a design from the hobby that's now a production model, that just makes me so happy. But, yeah. That's killer. All right, and now here we are on to the final blaster. And if you're saying I changed, no I didn't. This video did not take over 3 days to make. No, it didn't. But we are now going to be doing a very special blaster because this is an AccuTrooper that I tried putting a spring in. Well, a little bit more backstory, I guess. I'd gotten this from a friend, and I tried just doing a basic spring upgrade. And apparently, doing just that obviously isn't enough because now, if I work it too hard, it's got slam fire without me even holding the trigger down. And unfortunately, even if I work it all correctly and be gentle and delicate, yeah, 74 FPS with an upgraded spring is not it, Chief. So I'm gonna break into this thing, see what all fancy schmancy stuff I can do to it, and we're gonna see what we can do. I'm hoping I can hit like 80s, maybe. If I'm lucky, maybe 90. But I want to get 80s. That's what I need out of this thing. If I can get a solid 80s out of it, I'll be happy. All right, let's take a look at what we got in here. There we go. All right, what all do we have in here? We've got a lot of goodies, that's for sure. So here is that upgraded spring. I actually think I have the, yeah. This was the stock spring. Definitely a lot beefier. And there are a boatload of locks in here, which I want nothing to do with. And oh god. This catch spring is gonna get slightly beefed up. All the locks are gonna get removed. Stop running away. And then I think, is it? Yeah, the plunger tube is also fairly dry, so I'm gonna have to that. AR also looks fairly simple to remove, actually. Let's get this out fast. Garbage. Alright, I know what I need to do, and now I'm gonna do it. And hopefully we'll be hitting 80s by the time I'm done with it. Finally, after getting everything in place, and it turns out I actually threw away a piece I needed, the bolt sled on this thing has to be exactly the right length or it will not push the plunger as far back as it needs to. So I just put that piece right back in, and now, oh yeah, we're cooking. Might need like a ridiculously strong catch spring because it still has automatic slam fire. But we hitting 80s now, folks. And honestly, hold on, let me try something. You take this sucker, you put all the goodies on, and here come the zombies. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's completely fine. Whew. Yeah. I mean, it still catches and works just fine if you're slow with it. But, yeah, no. I'm really happy with how this came out. Ooh. Maybe I do need to invest in a stronger catch spring. But, woo. We're cooking now, folks. Now, you may be wondering, what does this mag, this partially complete blaster, this blaster that I keep doing stuff to, this Pro Performance blaster, this box, and this box all have in common. I finally got the other pieces in for the Retaliator. I got the barrel, and when I got in the barrel, there was an option to get a pump grip with it, like one of these and the actual priming mechanism. But they ran out of the priming mechanism, but still gave me a pump grip, or I guess a foregrip. So I have just an extra black foregrip that came with it. So I'm just gonna slap that on my Nexus. This is my modded one. And then the foregrip for this thing, but that's why I have this guy, because eventually I actually have a red priming handle coming in. So I'll be taking this priming handle off, putting it on this blaster, and then putting pump grip and everything else on, and then putting the black foregrip on this thing. So long story short, these all have something to do with each other, but they all are to make this thing work fabulously. I think what I'll show off is this thing done. I think I'll just time-lapse through working through all of this, and then showing off this thing when it is complete. Let's do it! So, this is what the complete blaster looks like, but for some odd reason, it is not performing anywhere near where I was hoping it would be. I have some guesses, and there are some things I could probably do to make it hit what I want it to, but this is essentially what the complete blaster is going to look like. So I'm gonna go through real fast and see what I can do to this, And then we'll go from there. We'll just quick little update segment. This is what the complete blaster looks like. It is gonna look so nice next to the Red Prophecy, both being run on the field. Yeah, that does not sound powerful at all, but we have technology. We're gonna see what we can do to this thing. And just like that, with a little bit of love and some handiwork, this thing is now absolutely rocking the joint. 85, 97, 96. Oh yeah, this thing is definitely ready. The one issue I still kind of have, and I might do that later, is I did put the Prophecy trigger in here just so it's a little bit sturdier, but it has this tendency to kind of stick in place sometimes, which doesn't allow for priming. So I might just put the regular trigger back in, but that'll be a problem for another time. But it doesn't really happen unless you like fully pull the trigger back intentionally, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So yeah, as crazy and as wild as this modding / dismantling episode went, I'd say we had some pretty good results here at the end. Got this thing obviously up and running, got the Alpha Trooper running, made the dual blitz fires, the purple blitz fires, which is super cool. But yeah, now I just gotta wait for the last couple parts for this thing to come in to make it an absolute monster, because that is just how I do. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to do all the casual YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And if there's any specific blasters you want to see me work on in the future. Oh, forgot I also got the Twist Fury modded as well. There's a lot of really cool blasters that were modded in this episode. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.